Inside LSU softball, off and running. Welcome into this week's program. I'm Garrett Walbert alongside Beth Tarina. On today's program, we'll spotlight LSU's dominant pitching rotation, known as the Fantastic Four. We'll also feature one of LSU's most loyal fans, Matthew Clark, who's turned cheering on the Tigers into an art form. Coach, welcome in. It's fans like Matt who make competing at Tiger Park such a special place.
Tiger Park is truly made by the fans. It's a great atmosphere. It's a tough place to play if you're the visitor, but it's a great atmosphere to bring your family to come enjoy a game. We have the most beautiful park in the country. We have fun games. You can win a dance contest, you can win some prizes, and then you can come support our team. And I think the fans truly make Tiger Park what it is. All
right, let's take a closer look at LSU superfan Matthew Clark.
Hang on to the bat as you hit the ball and smash right down the line. You've got to go for the home run. Run up the score. Make Mike the Tiger stand right up and roar. The championship of the SEC and NCAA. LSU go all the way.
If you can change a game from the stands, Matthew does that. He is always there, so supportive of us. Good days, bad days, he's our biggest fan.
Yeah!
Matthew Clark, he's awesome. There's not a game that goes by that I don't recognize that he's in the stands. I know he keeps the dugout laughing for us, for sure. He comes up with some clever comments, and I mean, I think he gets the fans involved too, and he's pretty awesome.
I'm gonna be here as long as they'll let me. As long as they'll let me keep doing what I do and piggybacking off what they do, I'm more than welcome, happy to come out here and do it.
He makes it so much fun. I'm truly disappointed when he's not here, and I know he can't be at every game, but he's so much fun and changes the game and just supports us, just, you know, undying support, and we love having him.
Mo, why are you bouncing? What song is in your head? I want to know. I want to bounce too. Watch her, bounce.
I love Matt. He just brings such energy, and I think he kind of reminds us that, like, hey, you know, we're still having a whole lot of fun here. You know, even if it's like a tight, close game, you know, he'll still be, you know, having a party behind us, and he definitely makes us laugh in the dugout, and it's great to have him behind us.
That's all right, girl. Go back. Go back. Go back to home plate. Your team ain't got no spirit, and you just Tiger bait.
Now batting for the Tigers, second baseman, number 5, Constance Quinn.
Put it out. What a view. Oh, that's coming through. And my whole crew, we coming to, and that's balling. Balling. That's calling. I want to tell people that I'm just a fan. Like, anyone can do what I do. I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary because I want more people to come out. I want to have backup and everything. So it's just a slow process of just getting more. And again, the wins are coming in, so more people are coming. Our crowd here is amazing. So we're just going to keep going strong, and all of our sports across the board are just going to go up, including softball. This start has been amazing, way more than we could have ever asked for.
Matthew's he's really cool. He's cool to have right there back behind us, just cheering us on the whole entire time. And he always comes and gives us a hug after the game, so he's really special to have.
Keep fighting hard. You know I'm watching, even if I'm not there. Go Tigers.
Coach, you started off the week with another top 25 matchup, come away with a shutout, and before the game started, you honored one of the best pitchers in LSU history.
She's definitely a fan favorite here, and one of my favorites too as a coach. Just such a great competitor, and you know, the statistics and the numbers that Rachel Fico put up really speak for themselves. A 2-time first-team All-American, first pick overall in the NPF draft, so the numbers speak for themselves, but it's what she did as a teammate, it's the character that she upheld the entire time she was here, it's the gutsy performances, it's the competitor that she was that I think is what stays with all of us and the Tiger fans, and why she's so loved and cherished here in Baton Rouge.
Great to see Rachel having such a great professional career so far. All right, University of South Alabama, Kelsey Selman was the story. Just 2 hits, 7 strikeouts. I don't know if I've ever heard of anyone have a complete game with just 62 pitches. That was impressive.
She's thrown so well lately, and she's done such a great job for us. She's really, you know, just putting her pitches in great spots. She's doing such a great job just competing for us. I think she's really got great command of all of her stuff, and you know, I think she's truly showing us what Kelsey Selman is made of. I think it took her a little while to get to this point. I think she had a lot to learn, but I think she has learned it and will continue to do that, and will just continue to grow.
On offense, the top of your lineup goes 5 for 10, 5 hits to start the game. They were so impressive, 3 RBIs, they really got it going.
They did. The offense has been phenomenal, and the offense, showed us a similar performance to what they have done so many times this season. And they did it against such a quality pitcher in Ferris Beard and such a quality opponent in South Alabama, a team that has done so many great things of late, a team that's given us problems of late, and our offense was able to show up, which was really remarkable to put those kind of numbers up against that kind of pitching.
Nice performance by the sophomore Constance Quinn, 2 RBIs in the game. She makes a couple assists in the field, quality player.
She's a great athlete. She's done some great things. I think, she had a great game. She was able to step up for us. And you just never know when your number is going to be called. It's something we try and tell the team all the time, is that you never know what day is going to be your day. That's why we always have to be prepared and be ready when your number is called.
Going back to the victory against Oklahoma, you run rule the Sooners, then you run rule South Alabama. First time LSU's run ruled ranked opponents in a row. That's impressive.
It is impressive, and the staff, Howard Dobson, Lindsay Leftwich, Kara Dill that works with our offense is doing phenomenal things. They're amazing, and they just continue to have a great plan. They continue to prepare these kids, and the kids step up to the plate and buy into this plan and do such a great job.
In your opinion, how important are the midweek games to keep the team playing at such a high level?
They really are, and I think it's a nice chance for us to compete out of conference, to compete against some of the better teams in our local area, in the state. I think it's really important for us to have those midweek games.
All right, when we return, we'll go on the road to Lexington. We'll have highlights from LSU's series against Kentucky. You're watching Inside LSU Softball.
The Power One means to me just everyone coming together to meet our common goal to win a national championship. I think when we come together, we just get so much closer on the field and off the field, and if we can do that we can accomplish anything we ever wanted to.
Back inside the offices at Tiger Park, and Coach, you really have to run the gauntlet in the Southeastern Conference week to week to week. Going on the road against Kentucky, the weather didn't make it any easier.
It was a tough place to play this weekend, that's for sure, but Kentucky always seems to be. They're so well coached, they're so well prepared, and it's exactly what we thought could happen. Is Kentucky coming off a tough weekend against Auburn. They always seem to recreate themselves, reinvent themselves, and have a great plan, and they're well coached, they're well prepared, and that's exactly what we saw this weekend. Allie
Wall-Jasper gets the Friday night start for you, 2 runs on 6 hits. She pitched well enough to win, just the offense didn't back her up.
She did, and I think our offense scored enough runs to win too. I think we didn't execute some things. We didn't defend the bunt, we didn't execute the bunt. I think there were a lot of little things we could do better. So the whole game is going to be a really nice learning experience for our team, and we understand some things we need to improve going forward. And I think that's a key at this point in the season, is that we're still seeing ways where we can be better, still understanding things we need to do to improve, and that we're making sure we work on those when we get back to practice.
Middle of the game, Kelsey Kloss is able to drive in. Bianca Bell puts a run across the board. I guess there were some other opportunities, but offense didn't capitalize.
We left a lot of runners on base, that's for sure. And we faced a great pitcher. We faced Kelsey Nunley, who's one of the best in this conference, one of the best in the country. And she's all she was billed to be, honestly. She kept us off balance. She made it tough on our offense, and it's good for our offense to see a pitcher like that. It's great for them to see her, to continue to grow and continue to compete against the best. And that's why they chose LSU, to see the best, and we saw one of the best this weekend.
So LSU loses game 1 by a score of 3-1. Game 2, your offense got on the board early, and Bianca Bell started.
She did. Bianca Bell's just such a tough out right now. She just continues to make things happen for us. Somehow she always finds a way, and maybe it's not exactly what she wanted out of the at-bat, but she still finds a way to put a ball through the infield or hit something hard and make something happen.
Kelsey Kloss followed that up. She drove Bell to take the lead, and it was good to see some of that early offense.
It was, and it's nice to get them going on the board, and I think it's always a little bit easier to play when you have that lead. I think it's easier on our pitching staff, it's easier on our defense. You get to be a little more relaxed, a little more aggressive when you have that early lead.
You were able to chase the Kentucky starter in the 3rd inning, and I know as a coach that's something you always look forward to, but 13 base runners in the game, only 2 of them got plated.
Yeah, it was tough, and the pitcher they brought in relief did a great job. Another lefty, she did a great job for them and got a great strike zone. It was tough to hit in that day, so she made great adjustments in the strike zone. We didn't make as good adjustments, and I think it was a situation where we were prepared more for the pitcher that they started the game with, and it was tough for us to adjust to who they brought in.
So Kentucky comes back, scores a couple of runs in the 6th inning, and takes the lead 5-2 and gets the win. What was the message going into Game 3?
I think we needed to just try and win one pitch at a time, and I think the key was not to try and win Game 3. I think we had the big picture in our heads the whole weekend, instead of just trying to win one pitch, trying to win the next play, win the next pitch defensively and offensively. And I do think that they had the big picture the whole weekend. So we tried to make it smaller, try to have a little bit, more singular focus, and I think it was better for us on Sunday.
You put the ball in the hands on Sunday of the veteran sophomore starter, Bailey Corbello, nearly unhittable, gets the complete game victory. What did you see from her out there?
It's funny that we're calling a sophomore veteran, isn't
Right?
it? But she is, and she's had the ball so many times in her career. I felt really confident with her on Sunday, and if it wasn't the best game she's pitched in her career, it was close to it because she was phenomenal. She did such a great job. She did everything the team needed. We really needed someone to step up and have a performance like that, and she did everything that we could have asked her to do and more. She was phenomenal on Sunday.
Scatters a couple of hits, 8 strikeouts, and going against one of the better pitchers in the SEC and Nunley, she certainly won the day.
She did. She was great, and like I said, we really needed someone to step up and have that kind of performance for us. And she kept him off balance. She changed speeds. She hit spots. She did such a good job of throwing everything I called, putting it in a good location. She really made my job easy, and she made our team's job easy that day.
7th pitch of the at-bat by Nunley. And that one's blooped into right, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Kloss comes in. Simmons.
On offense, you got some production from the bottom of your order as Dylan Shupak and Emily Griggs, both with RBIs in the game that come out to be the game winners. Emily Griggs, nice day, 3 for 3 at the plate.
The great thing about Emily Griggs is she struggled so badly the first 2 games, and then she was able to make some adjustments. She watched some film, she got back in the cage, worked on some things, and had a great day on Sunday. And it's so nice to see a player that's able to do that, that's able to bounce back, go through some adversity, and still be gritty and come back and really help lead her team to a victory on Sunday.
Your defense has been stellar all season long, but the play by Bianca Bell in the 3rd inning, that totally killed Kentucky's momentum.
Yeah, Bianca played great defense. She's such a strong arm, so when she's able to make plays like that, I think we see her do it all the time in practice. It's nice that everyone gets to see it when she does it in the game.
Coach, really the first time this season that LSU has faced some adversity. They lose back-to-back games for the first time in 2015. What do you want them to take moving forward?
I think every team has this moment as they go through the season, and I think everybody has a little bit of a lull somewhere in the middle, and I think this is a big crossroads for our team. I think they can learn a lot from this weekend. I hope they choose to use it as a learning experience. I think we could have had some better practices last week, could have had some better focus, and I hope that they understand that, and I hope they continue to prepare themselves and not get complacent, and they are a team that just loves to work and pushes themselves to work, and I think this will motivate them to make sure that something like this doesn't happen again. They have really lofty goals. They have a lot of things that they want to accomplish this season, so I think it's a nice reminder for us, nice test showing us some things that we need to do better going forward. And I think anytime you're competing in the SEC, it's anybody's game on any given day. So we've got to make sure we get all our ducks in a row and we're ready going into this weekend.
All right, LSU gets the shutout, wins 2-0 in Game 3 against Kentucky. They'll come back home for 4 games this week. You'll have a chance to get out to Tiger Park and see all of those games. When we return, we'll spotlight LSU's dominant pitching rotation, the Fantastic Four, a feature you won't want to miss coming up on Inside LSU Softball.
The power of one means to me being a family, because we have girls coming from 6 or 7 different states. Everybody's away from their families, and when you come here, you're supposed to be one unit and be able to trust each other and depend on the girls next to you to be your family while your real family isn't here.
Welcome back to Inside LSU Softball. The Tigers have 4 unique pitchers, all with different styles and personalities, but one common goal: winning. Here they are, an inside look at the Fantastic Four.
A powerful force, steeped in wonder, heroes of unlimited strength and skill, a team of mystery and might. Behold, I give you the Fantastic Four.
The 2015 LSU pitching staff has combined to win 32 of their first 35 games, leading the league with the lowest team earned run average in the Southeastern Conference. The Tigers have given up the fewest hits and runs scored while pounding the zone for the 2nd most strikeouts in the SEC. What's even more remarkable is that all 4 pitchers in the rotation are underclassmen. 2 freshmen and 2 sophomores round out a staff that's already secured series wins against number 6 Oklahoma and number 1 Florida. One place on the SEC stat sheet you won't find the players' names is most appearances and innings pitched. Coach Tarina's ability to equally spread the workload has been the secret to their success. Freshman Carly Hoover leads the Tigers with 79 strikeouts, while opponents are hitting just .203 against her. The South Carolina native understands the power of the Fantastic Four and how game planning for them can be a nightmare.
We have 4 pitchers that are capable of beating anyone in the country. and to know that we're gonna go into a weekend and prepare for one pitcher the whole weekend, and another team's gonna go into our weekend and prepare for 4. Like, can you really do that? What, like practice one pitcher a day? You really can't prepare. And we're all very different and we're all very versatile. And I think that's what makes us even stronger, is that like one can't be great without the other ones. Like Allie throwing her off speed makes my fastball speed that much more effective. And I don't think people really understand that, and I don't think they're going to until they play us.
She, throws at a speed that many of us have never even seen before, and is truly probably the best competitor I've ever been around. Wants the ball in the big game, even to the point that she'll ask me for it. And it's fun being able to hand it to somebody that wants to be out there so bad and just wants to win. And I'm so confident in her because I know no matter what, she doesn't have her best stuff, she does whatever, she's going to find a way to win on that day.
Bailey Corbello was LSU's leader in wins, ERA, and strikeouts last season as a rookie and earned all SEC honors in the process. Bailey's improvement from freshman to sophomore year has been impressive, as number 19 now leads the league with a .99 ERA and sports an 8-0 record. Bailey is a believer in Coach Tarina's one-team philosophy.
Being a part of the Fantastic Four is it's an honor, honestly. Like, people to even put us in that category, but we still think of ourselves as one team, and we don't try to set ourselves apart like the pitchers and the rest of the team. But we're fortunate enough to have people even think of us as being that kind of quartet, or that kind of that ability, And so, but I feel like we still think of ourselves as one team, and we're not trying to set ourselves apart.
I don't know of any other school or any other program in the country right now that has 4 pitchers that could be a #1 on any other team. We have the luxury to have 4 #1s, 4 aces that are able to do so many different things in so many different ways, which makes it really nice because it's hard to prepare for our staff.
Allie Waljasper raced out to a 9-0 record this season, setting a school record for the best start by a freshman in LSU history. The California native appreciates the competitive nature of her teammates.
Being like 1 or 2 of the only good players on the high school team, and not having a lot of people care about being out there and just being fun and games, it was kind of irritating. But then when I came here, everybody has one goal, and it's all of the same goals. We're always working hard together. We're always being by each other's side, and the competition obviously is way better, and it's just, you learn so much more.
She's, the one that was the big recruit, the one everybody wanted. We fought hard to get her, and wow, we got lucky that we did, because she has proven to be everything that she was billed to be. Just another one that you don't notice what a competitor she is because she's so quiet, but whatever the situation is, she looks exactly the same. Game on the line, bases loaded, or nobody out first pitch of the game. She's just ice water in her veins. She's been really fun for me to watch as a coach.
Kelsey Selman is undefeated at 7-0 and already has as many strikeouts as she did all of last season. Selman loves the family atmosphere at LSU and enjoys working towards a common goal.
We all have our own strengths and our own weaknesses, so when we're working on whatever we need to work on, we all push each other. And if I need to work on my changeup, Bailey can help with my changeup along with Coach Beth. But there's just different ways we can help each other, and just knowing, another thing is just knowing that if I can't do it, I know one of them could easily back me up and do even better. So that's just one of the big advantages of having them there with me.
Coach Beth does a really good job of controlling all of the different personalities that we have, especially with the Fantastic Four. She was a pitcher herself in the SEC. She knows exactly how our pitchers need to act and react and how to play. She knows how competitive it is. She does a really good job of knowing each pitcher's personality, and I think she takes that as her job very, very seriously too.
From Carolina to California and Lufkin to Lake Charles, the Fantastic Four now call LSU home. With any luck, their superhero exploits will shine brightly for years to come, just like the pages of a comic book.
The power of one means to me that these girls that I'm on a team with are like sisters to me, and they're always going to have my back, and that working towards a common goal is what is going to get us where we need to be.
Our player performance of the week belongs to Bailey Corbello. Coach, she became the first pitcher this year to shut out Kentucky in Lexington.
Not only did Bailey have a great performance for us, but she stepped up and did exactly what her team needed. The team really needed that win on Sunday. We needed to bounce back from the first 2 tough games at Kentucky, and she showed up. She gave us a great performance. She had great command of her pitches. She changed speeds. She moved the ball all around the zone. She did everything we asked and then some, and I'm so proud of the performance Bailey had. And like I mentioned before, it was one of the best performances I've seen in her career, and she's won a lot of big games for us. So to say it's in that category, it's a pretty big deal.
And it's strikeout number 8 on the day. And it is a complete game shutout for Bailey Corbello.
As we move ahead in the season, Coach, what will it take to win a conference series this weekend against Ole Miss, a team that's won 6 in a row and just swept Arkansas?
They have a new coaching staff at Ole Miss, so they have a new outlook this season, and they're doing some really nice things. They're competing really hard against some of the opponents in the SEC, and I think, like I said, anytime you face somebody in the SEC, it's always a challenge. I think we have to show up with our best game. I think this week in practice, we'll be looking to make some of the adjustments that we saw in the Kentucky game, some things that we really needed to improve, some of the things we needed to do better, and we'll take that to the team in practice this week. Hopefully they'll work really hard at making some improvements and being prepared. Ole Miss, is going to bring a solid offense. They're going to bring a well-coached team, and we're going to have our work cut out for us. We're going to need all the Tiger fans we can get this weekend out to the park to support us, and hopefully we're going to show up and give Ole Miss a great game.
A reminder, you can follow LSU Softball on the social media at Facebook and Twitter at LSU Softball. We'll also have 3 games this weekend against Ole Miss. Come out to Tiger Park and help cheer on LSU, hopefully to a series victory against the Rebels. For Coach Tarina, I'm Garrett Walbert. Thanks for joining us this week. You've been watching Inside LSU Softball.